What if I told you that Apopka is turning into one of the most strategically positioned suburban area of Greater Orlando area? I'm talking about new schools, recreational, roads, hospitals, shopping, dining. In the last 2 years, there have been an immense development that has happened specifically in Apopka, and it's turning Apopka into one of the major sought after suburban area. And in this video, we're going to discuss the major changes that have happened and is happening in Apopka. Let's have a look. Let's go. Hello and welcome to Orlando Living, and if this is your first time, press that thumbs up button, show me some love because I bring you community videos all throughout Central Florida, Tampa, Tampa Bay and Ocala. And today I'm doing a quick update about Apopka because I did this video a while ago that talks about school, hospital, shopping, dining in Apopka, and there's been so many changes, and with all these changes, everything kind of changes. It's just not the infrastructure upgrade, but it's going to affect the value of the properties. If you're looking to buy or even sell, all this thing affects. And I'm standing right outside the world famous Rock Springs, especially when you go to Wekiwa Park, because a lot of people go over there for tubing or something, and I always come here because they have the cheapest and really nice food, and you can get everything. You can actually get these tubes and you can just go in Wekiwa Spring, especially when the weather is nice. So this is always great. So I'm going to talk about things that are affecting the value of properties. And if you are thinking about Apopka or Apopka is on your list, or you know what, you just stumbled upon my channel and you just want to know about some of the growing suburban areas where you can get more house and more bang for your buck, then this has to be on the list. So let's begin. Let's talk about the growth in Apopka. So the very first development that is happening in Apopka is alongside of Kelly Park and 429 corridor. If you haven't driven by and you are local, you are missing a chapter, because what you're going to see, there's a lot of boom that is happening. New communities are coming and there is a lot of connections and a lot of roadways, which I'm going to tell you a little bit more later on, that is building in and around. And what it means is that they actually have a brand new Wild Oaks, a 215-acre mixed-use development that broke ground in early 2024, and the plan includes 1,000+ residents plus a major retail, hotel, shopping, dining and office space that is coming. It is reported that over 20,000 square foot retail space with 2 hotels and up to 200,000 square foot of office space that is going to be coming, alongside 3,000 to 4,000 multifamily condo residences that are also going to be built. There is also planned for Advent Health ER facility that is going to be coming. Now this is all exciting, but can the roadways handle that? Which is next on my agenda to talk about everything that connects everything from Apopka and other suburban areas. So with all this growth, the number one thing is connectivity of the roads through the Apopka and other suburban areas that I was talking before. And there have been a lot of road work that is happening, and there are 3 main projects which I specifically want to talk about. The very first is the Kelly Park Road widening and the interchange area upgrade. I'm standing right across from the 429 and the Kelly Park Exchange, and this road is expanding from 2 lanes to 4 lanes to support the corridor growth. And the goal of this is to basically connect all this so that the whole commute is more functional. There is also State Road 429 at the Binion Road Exchange at the southwest of Apopka, and at a cost of $38 million, where the construction have begun, and they're expecting to that be done around between 26 to 28 is what they're expecting. And it really matters because it's forcing drivers to go several miles north, and it will improve that access that they wouldn't have to do that. There's another State Road 414 extension towards the I-4, which is basically connecting the other suburban areas, and it's creating a direct connection and mobility between Apopka and I-4 corridor, which is one of the major roads that connects different suburban areas of all Central Florida, going all the way towards the Tampa or on the other side towards the Daytona area. So all this growth is fantastic, and I have a lot of buyers ask me, well, this is fantastic. We have the connectivity, we have the infrastructure, we have new communities. What about hospital? What about the healthcare? Is there any growth coming on that area? And that is next on my topic. So with all kind of viruses, flu, and my camera guy behind there is telling me don't forget pollen. So for all the pollen people that have an issue, make sure put that in the comment below. What is main problem for you? Pollen, flu, or virus? But anyways, just getting back to the point, when it comes to the healthcare and healthcare expansion, what is exactly going on? Because it's great to have recreational, it's great to have good schools, new communities, but it kind of boosts confidence when you see that the infrastructure related to the healthcare is also being boosted. So here's what's going on. Healthcare expansion is one of the most important factors when you're considering to buy a house anywhere in suburban area or any place. And this is something you want to take into account. So when it comes to that, Advent Health Apopka announced a $26.3 million expansion. This expansion includes 38 new inpatient beds, additional dialysis capacity, and Advent Health also increased the licensed bed count to 158. So why does it matter? Well, this kind of shows that you are planning with the expansion, because as more people move into a community, you don't want to put the strain on the existing. You want to expand so that it can take the weight of more people moving in. And Florida is one of the states where a lot of people move in than a lot of people moving out, and especially for Central Florida suburban areas, because we're kind of more inward. We are not right at the coast. And I can tell you from experience, I've been living here for over 20 plus years, and whenever there is a hurricane, CNN makes a big deal out of it, but you are inland, then you will see a lot of rain and a lot of water, but that's pretty much it, and there's not a major thing that you are, the flooding is happening and everything is going crazy. So just keep that in mind. And for sellers, it also, when they're looking to sell, and your listing story should talk about the infrastructure in and around you, how far you are to the major hospital, what kind of amenities are available. And for investors, when you buy a property in an area that has a lot of stuff that is happening in terms of the infrastructure related to health, recreational, road, hospital, it's just kind of good because it boosts the value and it also gets more people moving to the area. So now let's switch gears and talk about, like, if you are a buyer and you say, hey, you know what, infrastructure is great, but what is going on when it comes to things to do? So let's talk about that. Let's get into the next section. Besides all the growth and everything that I talked about, if you are a buyer and you are looking and you have two little monkeys like I do, boy, girl, girl, boy, boy, boy in my case, and that's a lot of work. Kudos to all the moms and dad, because having two boys is kind of very challenging, and I'll tell you all about it on one of the other videos that I do. But if you have kids and you're looking for a suburban area that doesn't break the bank, you get more bang for your buck, and you want to be closer to like park and things, recreational things that you could do, then Apopka should be on your list. You have two major outdoor facilities located right in and around the city area of Apopka. You have the Kelly Park, Rock Springs area, and then you also have the Wakaiva Springs State Park, which is another source. So there's only so much you could do with the kids. You cannot take them to the parks every day and be exhausted, and it's expensive. So it's kind of nice on a beautiful day like the one today. You can just take them on a little picnic, they can just go there, enjoy. So is Apopka the right place for you? So you're thinking about relocating to beautiful sunny Central Florida, Orlando, Greater Orlando area. Well, I've got a thing for you. Me and my team, I've spent countless hours creating this ultimate relocation guide that's going to help you and save you a lot of hours in the research, from top employers to top hospitals, and a boatload of information that you need to know before you make that move. I've created that ultimate guide for you that's going to really help you to kind of figure out which part of Central Florida you want to move to. And I have the link for this down below, or it's pinned to the comment. So make sure that you click on it and get that. And did I mention it is absolutely free? I hope this helps. So I'm currently in the downtown Apopka, where there is a real redevelopment that is going on in relation to the trails and everything else that's happening. So here's what's going on. So the Apopka Community Redevelopment Agency adopted a budget of $4,471,000, which was remaining from 2025 going into 2026. A recent bid for phase 1 of the downtown Apopka trail for the amount of $1,051,000 has been awarded for the real redevelopment. What's happening is that they are working on a 10-foot wide asphalt multi-use trail to ultimately connect to the West Orange Trail and the larger trail network that West Orange Trail has to offer. The CRA letter also refers to the wayfinding signage of $65,000 that they would be posting, and a state park and a BMX pump track project was also described in there with a budget of $500,000 that is reported and is anticipated to be all said and done by the end of 2025. So why does it matter, and why do the buyer and seller should care? Well, trails plus connectivity, walkable nodes, and with everything downtown is going through, it helps the community feel for Apopka. It supports the expansion and the pride of ownership and demand. And this is why there's so much that is going on in Apopka, helps new people move and get the sense of community that they want. So just finishing off with Apopka, the nature, the lifestyle, the springs, everything that they have to offer. How does this all tie into the lifestyle and the recreation? That's next. Apopka is leveling up when it comes to spending money on the recreational thing. When you got kids like this, it is super important that you are in a community that has a good infrastructure related to sport complex or trails or everything that you could do with the kids other than taking them to the park. And here's what's going on. Apopka is spending about $13.1 million for the Northwest Recreational Complex and Amphitheater. Some of the specific project includes and that have been completed is the $1.1 million trail connection budgeted at $1.16 million, which was completed in April of 2025. You also had the inclusive playground budgeted at over $1 million that broke ground in early 2025 and is now completed. And it matters because when you have a growing family like I do, it is super important. So let's talk about other stuff that is happening in Apopka. As a father of two little young ones and both of them going to school, especially this dawn of the house is going to school, so we have nice and peace a little bit, which is great. Here's what's happening when it comes to the schooling infrastructure in Apopka. There are 4 new schools proposed for Apopka to support the student population growth because of the population growth and expansion that is happening all around Apopka. The other thing is that there is also a modernization that is happening with the existing school. So there is renovation project that is being held in Apopka Elementary School. And on top of that, there is a brand new charter school from kindergarten to 12. I'm standing right across from the brand new parcel. It's a 9-acre parcel, and that is where they're going to be building a brand new school that is coming. So let's move along. So if you are a buyer and Apopka is not on your list, then I suggest that you put that on a list because there's so much development happening. If you're looking for more bang for your buck, then this is great because Apopka has so much growth that has already happened. There's so much growth that is already coming. And if you want to be in a Apopka pocket where you're closer to nature, then maybe you should look around the springs and the parks. You should focus on that. But if you're looking to get into the commercial side of things where you'll have a little more appreciation and stuff, then you should look around the Wild Oak community that I talked about in the very beginning. Either ways, Apopka is a great candidate, and if you are a seller and you're looking to basically sell and relocate either in Florida itself or just to go up north or whatever you want to do, your listing story should mention all the growth that Apopka is seeing and how the value is going to appreciate. That's going to help you sell. Now, if you need more information, I'm a local real estate agent. I help people buy and sell properties all throughout Central Florida, Tampa Bay, and Ocala. And I really hope my video brings in a lot of value for you. And if they do, please press that thumbs up button. I would so greatly appreciate it. And remember, if you are looking to buy that brand new home, make sure to check out Orlando Home Show and Orlando Home Show in Espanol, where I bring you new communities, new models, and over 700 plus models. You will find if there is a model by a builder, there's a very good chance I would have it on my channel. If you need to connect with us, please give me a call, text me, or WhatsApp me, whatever works for you. We are here to help and serve you. Until the next video, thanks for watching. Bye for now.